Alright, so we're getting up there in years now, and my one daughter has gotten out of the car seat into a booster seat, so I can finally put the back seat of my Colorado back in the truck, which I'm very happy about, because now someone can actually sit in the back of the truck, even though I have the one car seat on the one side now and the booster seat on the other. If I need to and she's not here, I could take the booster seat out and two people can sit here with no problem. The other side of the truck, I'm going to leave that so that the regular car seat can fit in there without pretty much having an issue with the front seat. We can push it back. Anybody can sit in the passenger seat of the truck without having to be squashed to the dashboard. So I'm going to be reinstalling this section of the seat, which is the driver's side rear back seat. So I have a T45 for these bolts that go down into the seat here, and I'm going to be utilizing this with the two different ratchets that I have. If you don't have this type of setup here, you could always get that multi-pack. It comes in, you can unfold it, or the single-use ones. They're really cheap. You get them at Harbor Freight, Home Depot, Lowe's, whatever, and go and purchase that. So let's dive in, and we're gonna start installing the seat again. Okay, like in the other video of removing the seat, now we're just gonna do the opposite. We're gonna take this hinge here and put it back onto these bolt holes here. So you're going to pull this back down, get this back into place. You're going to have to kind of wiggle it into place. It's going to be a little tough, but you can do it. Get it everything lined up. We'll get our first Torx bolt lined up here. And we'll get this started. Make sure you don't cross thread these. Make sure that they go in correctly. You don't want to cross thread them. Here's the second bolt here. I feel it going in. Okay. Try to move the seat around. Make sure you get this in correctly. So now I'm going to use the short ratchet because I don't need the long one. Okay, that's number one. That's nice and tight. You're going to be struggling with this foam and with this hook lift system that they have here. Tends to want to push everything off to the side on you. Let's see if I can do it with my fingers. No, I can't. These are fine threads, so it takes some to get them back in. Alright, I'm going to switch over to my regular ratchet with the long handle so I can snug these down correctly. I don't want the seat flying off when someone's sitting on it. Okay, that's one side, all done. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, now we're on the other side over here. Same thing, we're going to pull this down, get this hinge back up into place. Work this correctly into place. Maybe I'll do this side over here. This will be a little bit easier. gonna switch over to my small ratchet. Okay, so from here you're gonna put the next one in right here, and then we're gonna zip this closed. All right, we're all set. I got the bolts in, it's all snugged up. Now we're gonna put this hook lift, this catch back together. It shouldn't be too much of a pain. We're gonna, hopefully, I think I will start this side over here. There we go. Slowly push this back down into place, making sure that the hook lift, this clipping system they have here, connects correctly. There we go. So this is all set and ready to go, just like that. It's very simple, very easy. So I'm hoping with anybody who needs that extra room that has taken this out, when you're done, say like with me, I had 2 small children and now the one has gotten to the point where she's into the booster seat, you can now reattach this and at least have some adults sit back here if they need to, because you really don't want them sitting back here without this back seat, because then your seat belt, oh, don't forget to push your seat belt forward, make sure that's in place. You know, this way they have it correctly. And don't forget, when you do this also, this here, take the seat belt, you're gonna have to put this back in place. It goes in this notch right there, that gray one. Push on it with the seat belt. This will pop apart, just like that. So what you're aiming for is this gray, that gray button in there. So don't forget to disconnect this. This has to be also put back into place under here. So when you put your seat back up, you can put this correctly in place. You also want to do that, obviously, if you're putting this seat down, you can disconnect it. This will hang like this. So now that we have this all in place, we have our seat belt disconnected here. The other side is pushed underneath the seat. You also have the regular seat belt buckle that this one goes to underneath the seat. We're just going to hold this up, lift this back up into place, pull this around, just like normal, click it into place, make sure it clicks in. If this doesn't click into place, maybe you did something wrong, or if this is in storage and you have kids and someone pushes on this piece right here, the clasp, just if it doesn't click into place correctly, just give this tab a pull. Make sure that it's released correctly and then try again. It should click back into place. This belt here, make sure it's not twisted. Take it and then just basically push it back into place like that. Make sure it's secure. So now you're basically all set. You have this side of your seat back into place. That side I'm going to leave alone, because my younger daughter, she's 1, she's in the carrier still. I'm going to keep that in there probably till next year, and then hopefully then after she meets the requirements for a normal, you know, car seat or a smaller car seat, or eventually a booster in about 2-3 years, actually more like 4 years, I can then reinstall that side, but I probably won't have the truck by that time. I'll be putting it back on to bring the truck back when the lease is done. So this is all set. I'm ready to go. Cover the whole seat again to protect it from my kids so they don't dirty it up too much. And that's about it. This is all set. So guys, I hope this helped you out. If you did take your seat out, like I said in my other video, to help with the room back here for your kids, pets, whatever you're trying to accomplish from gaining the extra room, and now you need to reinstall your back seats. So as usual, thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and hopefully this helped you out, and I'll see you on the next video.